This is New Zealand's South Island. Day 8, 15th of August 2019. Kia ora. Haziq production here, and believe it or not, it has already been a week since we arrived in New Zealand. Wow, time flies really fast. And we are currently somewhere at Andy's place, which apparently has some campground and also has some private property. It also has some farming areas somewhere there. I'm not sure. Anyway, so for today's plan, we checked the weather at Dunedin. It's good. So our plan for today is we're gonna head to Dunedin. Catch you guys later. Since we were pretty close to the island's south, we thought we'd explore as much as we can on the southern region.
In 150 meters at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on State Highway 1.
So we decided to head east towards Dunedin. Of course, some more water refilling process in between.
One eternity later.
And we carried on once again. But before we go there is a particularly interesting tourist attraction we thought we'd pay a visit first. You can see my house somewhere over there. We were looking forward to visiting Nugget Point and an ancient lighthouse, which is situated about 110 kilometers away from Dunedin itself. Okay, so we've just arrived along the way towards Dunedin. We decided to stop over at Nugget Point, which I believe is somewhere within Kaka Point or near Kaka Point. I'm not sure. And the reason why we're here is to hike to a lighthouse somewhere over there. And the lighthouse viewpoint will be 900 meters away from where we are. I guess let's get straight to hiking. Our hike to the Nugget Point took us roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Boy, was the weather relatively clear today, and the view out here was simply majestic full stop, with the majority of our sights filled with the vast sea. Then finally arrived at the lighthouse and the viewpoint, and what a sight we got! There it is, guys. We made it. Over there, these rocks, as you can see here, are called the Nuggets. I don't know how people name these rocks that way, but it's an interesting name. There's the lighthouse. The rocks, or should I say nuggets, that were resting ahead of us were just an amazing spectacle to look at. But there was another thing that boggled my mind. I guess out here in the distance, because we are at the eastern side of New Zealand right now, I believe somewhere over there should be where the international deadline is. We're not far off from the international deadline. There's pretty much nothing out there until North America or South America, which you gotta pass the international deadline first.
3 hours later.
We eventually come across a rather busy motorway once again, and we finally arrived at Dunedin, which is the second largest city in the South Island.
500 meters, turn right onto David Street.
Being the fact that we were once again back at civilization, it was just a perfect time to replenish our supplies again. Apart from New Zealand made chocolate bars, veggies, cheese and so on that we bought at Pack and Save, there was another thing that we bought.
Dekat empire saya pertama.
For us Muslims, finding a New Zealand sheep or lamb to consume is not an easy feat. But fortunately, we found out that there was some food provider that actually provide lambs that are halal, and that is Silverfern. After we did our shopping at Pack and Save, there was another shopping mall not that far from Pack and Save. It's called Mad Butcher. I believe it's Mad Butcher, which sells meat. Now I didn't go there, but my parents did. And alhamdulillah, Mad Butcher did provide Silverfern products. So alhamdulillah, we finally get to taste a New Zealand sheep or lamb. I mean, this kind of animals are abundant in New Zealand, so why not we taste one? And alhamdulillah, we finally get to do so. As dusk fell, we tried to find our way towards a freedom camping site within Unity.
A few minutes later.
Your destination is on the left.
And we found one, which to me looks more or less like a normal parking area situated next to a beach.
Tak ada air, tak ada.
Alright, good evening. So, status update, we have just arrived at a camping site somewhere at Dunedin. But this one, to me, is quite a special camping site because of a couple of things. Number one is that over here is where you cannot do your overnight camping, whether your vehicle is self-contained, certified or not. But over here on this side is where you can freedom camp, but only for vehicles that have the self-contained certificates. Number two, why I feel this is rather special, is this. There's a toilet, public toilet, just at our doorstep. Probably not the best of explorations, but you can see we have a toilet over here. And the beach is just right over there. Cool. Refrigerator also is almost full. It's so packed. We gotta try to finish pretty much all of them in 7 days. As for dinner, we tried out the halal lamb we bought, along with some spaghetti, before we carried on resting for our next day at Dunedin. Okay, let's taste this lamb. It's good. It's well cooked.